Hey, you guys, welcome back to Naughty Love Movement. It's your girl, Nikki, and today I'm bringing opportunities for advertisement on my channel. If anyone is interested, they can email us at naughtylove2020@gmail.com. Our prices are affordable and reasonable, and please reach out to us. We can start our videos with any commercials that you would like us to advertise. I look forward to hearing from you. I'm out. One. Good morning, Naughty Crew. Welcome back to my channel, Naughty Love Movement. It's your host, Naughty, bringing you the latest and trending topics, and I vlog my life. All right. I hope everyone's doing okay this morning. We now have a new president. Which I kind of knew was going to happen. I knew it was going to happen because governors predicted it early. She's been saying it, but I knew it was going to happen. And just judging by the climate of things, people are different. All right. People like degenerates in office. People are reacting everywhere. Kamala Harris has not responded yet. I'm gathering she needs to get her thoughts together. But here it is. We now have a new president. Hold on, let me fix this. Yeah, that's better. We now have a new president, all right? And Trump is it. Get my purple back. All right, go. So I hope everyone's doing okay this morning. We will move onward and forward. And, I basically rationalized myself yesterday by saying, you know what? Hope for the best, but prepare for the worst. All right. So thumbs up this video. We're going to get into the election highlights and things like that. Please share this live out. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe and engage with the channel. Leave comments. I want to hear your thoughts. If any one of you want to come up and express your feelings on what our current state is, feel free. I'll drop the link for you. All right. Also, we're going to get into Tasha K. She posted yesterday, post and deleted her choice to vote for Trump, and the internet went crazy. Let me tell you something about Tasha K. She know how to blow up the internet when she wants to, okay? But she ended up deleting it, and she issued an apology. But she ended up losing like a bunch of subscribers behind that. So this election year was this like an emotional roller coaster. I've seen people get in arguments. I've seen people fall out. People are getting divorces for this election. Okay. Like, the Trump effect is real. All right. The Trump effect is real. Also, we're going to get into this whole debacle about Jim Jones being married to Brooke Bailey from Basketball Wives and the alleged breakup between him and Chrissy. Now, it has not yet been confirmed. The only thing that has resurfaced, that has been leaked, was a picture. And to be quite honest, Naughty Crew, actually, I need to load that picture up. To be quite honest, you can't even really... I don't know if it's Jimmy or not. And my thing is, he hasn't been married all this time. Why now? So we want to get into that. Also, we're going to get into Chrisean being a liar. I'm going to prove even more that she's a liar. All right. Let me say what's up to my peeps. Hey, Erin. Please go over to Smiling with Erin D and subscribe to her channel. She has lighthearted content. If you want to laugh, smile, get out of the trenches of all this gossip and lies going around, go check out my girl Smiling with Erin D. She's been one of my day ones from the very beginning. Hey Jayla, hey Tarshella, hey Joshi, Shay B, what's going on? Hey Tails, hey Smoothfire, long time. Yes. Go ahead. Look, Smoothfire is going in. She said, when someone shows you who they are, believe them. I hope all the people who voted for Trump get that reminder. And I don't want to hear them complaining. Exactly. When he start to run amok, I don't want to hear nothing. Because this who y'all wanted as president. Hey, Gracie Boo. Go over to his channel and subscribe. He breaks down all things Zeus baddies and things like that. So he has some great content. And I like Greg T because like I could catch him on a late night when I be coming back in from hanging out and stuff like that. Oh, Greg T is on. Please like the video. Yes. Bright eyes. Good morning. She said, I'm so disgusted. Shay B says people need to grow up. Hell is still hot and it's still holy. Sin is still wrong. The Bible is still the truth, and God's way is still the only way out of this mess we're in. Right. And Shay B, to your point, I don't think it's a matter of people growing up. I just think people see all his bad behavior being rewarded, and anybody else would not be able to get away with all the things that Trump has been able to get away. I mean, the facts is he's a convicted felon. Period. Most convicted felons cannot even get a job. But you mean to tell me he could run for president? Like, the double standards in this country is disgusting. But all is being revealed. All is being revealed. So I just think it's not even a matter, I mean, because we have to have empathy for both sides. It's not even a matter of people needing to grow up. It's a matter of what does this country really, really stand for? And from the looks of things, it looks like the only thing they care about is protecting the rich, keeping them rich, and allowing crimes to, laws to be broken. Like, if you have money and power, you're above the law. That's the example that is being set forth. But not many people, especially Black people, are afforded the same opportunity. They get locked up for years. They can even serve their time, and the rest of it, they have to pay for that crime for the rest of their life. They're not able to get jobs to support themselves. And a lot of times, what does that do? Force them into situations where they're desperate to get money. It's not fair. It's not fair. And it's privilege at its finest. So I really say, like, be careful about how you're viewing things, and try to look at all sides, right? And consider how many people suffered. I mean, this is the guy that didn't take the C-19 seriously, and people lost loved ones, lost time with their families, and he's out here spreading wrong information, telling people to drink bleach, not to wear masks. His behavior is dangerous. Look at what he did at the Capitol. How many people got hurt? Inciting of the riot. That's what's disgusting to me. And to me, that's a very mature perspective to look at things. And with him in office, quite frankly, I don't feel safe as an American citizen. I really don't. He likes to rub elbows with dictators and things like that. Like, it wasn't until the last couple of weeks he really started like cleaning up his act. But, it is what it is. I only can control what I can control. And I went and voted and did my due diligence. as an American citizen. That's all I can do. Yeah, I think it is bogus, Jayla. Hey, Tarshella. Let me see what y'all saying. Good morning, Be More Shorty. Please get these likes up. So I know, like, a lot of, look, this is my thing. I never told people who to vote for. I just presented all sides of things. Your vote is your personal choice, and I'm gonna get into that with the whole Tasha K drama, right? But be careful what you ask for. At the end of the day, there's nothing I can do about it. But I'm not here to get in political arguments. At the end of the day, it's not going to change anything. We just got to learn to deal and coexist with one another and love your brother. And when it comes down to it, support each other. Positive reinforcement. That's the key. Let's not spread the nastiness. Let's love one another, no matter what your color is. And let's try to have understanding for each other. And I think that's like what's missing. Like, there's, people, they don't even have feelings anymore. Like, they can't even feel. And my thing is, I just look at people's behavior and make a decision on whether I want to invite that energy into my life or not. Wow. Be More Shorty said her office is kind of quiet today from yesterday's turnout. Right. And see, me personally, I don't judge people for who they choose to vote for. I don't judge people. And see, that's what politics does. Hey, grown woman, Grand Rising. It breaks people. It divides people. And y'all don't even realize, where do you think gang culture comes from? The biggest gangs in America are within the politics realm. Where do you think they got that formula from? Hey, Chantel. All right, so let's start, because I'm telling you, I watch governance, especially when she does her world readings. She predicted this a long time ago, that Donald Trump was going to be our next president. And see, a lot of people didn't know why I was saying that, because I listen to governance, and a lot of what she says comes through in the end, or whatever. She's dead on. She's the real thing. She don't hold no shorts. And when she says certain things, I believe it. When she dealt with Jaguar, and blew in her camera and said, "Go play." Wait to be seen. So please go over to Walk with the Ancestors. Let me back this up. With Miss Dean, governess, they also call her. Gratitude, governess. I appreciate you. Hey, Bernice. I appreciate you and all that you do. Everything we discuss here falls under fair use commentary. But governance is the real thing. All right. So fair use. All right. And governance just celebrated a birthday. And I like to give credit where credit is deserved. Okay.
I feel like it's because he knows something and he doesn't want to. It's something about no longer reaping the benefits. Fortune 500 companies closing their doors.
This is October 1st. October 1st, she did this reading. Absolutely, Be More Shorty. Trump could pardon the diddler. See, he acted like he was turning on Trump, but did he really? Food for thought, Naughty Crew. 47 is exempt from even going to prison or being convicted of any other crimes. That was the whole reason why he wanted to be in office. There's a whole agenda here. And it all ties together with the diddler and Trump. I'll take you back to Jonathan Odie's interview. He said the plan was to take down Trump, but they having a hard time. They can't because Trump too alpha. It all ties together.
Christmas. Bankrupt. I feel like we're talking about like department stores, Macy's, that kind of thing. And it could be like when we say Macy's, or because I almost want to say Saks Fifth Avenue, but I feel like no, I'm talking about more of like, I don't know. I hear Macy's, but I feel like department stores, and it feels like either some of the merchandise doesn't get to make it, or they don't get the merchandise they're expecting, and they can't pay people necessarily. I don't know if we're talking about for Christmas or if we're talking about after Christmas, but like there's getting ready to be a lot of shit going on. I see closings on doors. These people are like fucked up. Let me listen. There is some sort of energy that is a feminine energy, like lower level, what we would consider demonic energy that has been awakened. And she is like claiming, I feel like she's upset or just malevolent or some shit. Like she's upset, and I feel like she's like procreating like babies of energy, or as we would call them, demons, but lower level energies. And she is like running amok right now. And they are opening portals everywhere in this cipher. But when we are looking at this system, there's battles everywhere going on. Them versus them, them versus them. You getting ready to see some shit, like I said, that you ain't never seen before. Because I want to say, we're talking about, I don't feel like it's this November or December. I feel like we're talking about November, December of 2025. Remember, we're saying this. November, December 2025 is where they start to come in, like ouch. I feel like we're talking about militaries coming into people's homes.
Okay? Pay attention, Naughty Crew. Please get these likes up, share this video out. Please go over to A Walk with the Ancestors and subscribe. She does these world readings like monthly and things like that. When the rally in Pennsylvania, when they had, like, I don't know if it was a statue or inflation of Kamala Harris on chains, governors said, like, I see her laying down and her carrying her out in chains, and it happened. This is October 1st.
They want this to be famine. They're trying to cause a famine. Meanwhile, we have the people thinking that like, they're battling and fighting about these ports and all of this other shit. And then they have...
Remember the port workers, they went on strike, right? They went on strike. Now, right now, it's at a standstill. They're in negotiations. Like, why? And one of the points that the port workers are fighting over, they're trying to prevent them from bringing in electronics. And what does electronics do? It replaces the human bodies. And, you're talking about generations of people that have worked for these ports, right? So they're trying to really essentially protect their jobs. But why do they need control of the ports?
Of these territories that's being marked and locked down, and who is going to have control over these territories. Like, they're dividing the shit up. It keeps looking like a triangle, the way they're dividing these things up. And then they talking about marksmen on top of buildings. I feel like they're going down into 2025 though, where they think all of this shit, this is their plan. They want it to be famine. They want people to be starving. They keep calling this energy that they've awakened Lilith. That's what they keep calling it, Lilith. Like they have awakened Lilith. And they want this energy to cause famine. And pestilence and being overrun. But every time they're opening up these portals to cause this shit, I feel like they're being shut down, like the soul and the spirit is shutting this shit down. So where they think they're getting ready to do all of this shit in 2025, it's going to be a call of judgment and justice. And so, the presidents will be no more, although they're getting ready to come together as some sort of communist dictatorship. This is going to be, like I talked before, this is like some sort of panel they're putting together, a panel of world leaders.
Remember, Trump know what's going on. Trump said, I will be your last president. Okay? I listen closely to him. The people that we mark as crazy, out of control, you got to pay attention. Even Jaguar, within all her lies, sometimes she dropped little jewels in there. Trump you got to remember, he has an inside track to knowing what is going on in the world. He is a former president. So he is privy to a lot of secrets and information that we don't see. All right? And I reference all of you to go back and watch Leave the World Behind.
And again, I feel like it's like 7 or 8 of them. And Kamala wants to be on there, and Don for sure is going to be on it. And they really think she's a joke. Like, she's stupid to me anyway. But like, she wants to be on this panel. She's not who you think she is. That's so annoying to me. Everybody's like, oh, she's a black woman. Stop putting her on us. We don't claim her. It's annoying, and everybody's going to look stupid. Everybody's going to look stupid. And nobody's going to say anything. They're not going to want to talk about it because this isn't what you think. These people are not coming into power. They're already in power. All that's happening is they are establishing this one world government. The issue is China wants to be the head of it. They are holding some sort of secret, and they want to be the head of this panel of government. But the Don doesn't want that because he wants to be the dictator of the panel of this government. When he keeps saying we're going to have it fixed so good you don't have to vote anymore, because there will never be a vote again. I told you, he is the last president. If y'all ever thought that Joe Biden and Kamala was the president, no. He's never left. He's never left, ever. And that's why they've been trying to get rid of him. I've been talking about this for 2 years, and everything is coming to a head. I told y'all he was against the two twins, the two like dragons or whoever they are, the giants, the Enil and Inky, who everybody keeps thinking are like great or positive energy, and they're not. They are like the head of the Anunnaki type shit, and the Anunnaki belong to the Asians, you know.
Naughty Crew, I reference the book of Revelations. I recommend every last one of you read it. Nations will rise against nations. Remember that.
Like, these are like, please, we're talking about families here, or tribes from different constellations or interdimensional beings that are running this shit, and nobody is paying attention to it. I don't give a fuck what people think about what I'm saying. This shit is going to hit your table, and you're not going to know what the fuck to do because you still think you're voting for presidents, and you're not. This is a one world conglomerate. There is a panel of government. There is no presidents. It is just these people, and they're just trying to divide up their territories of who has what in the world. I just felt like I just heard my phone do a speaker type thing. Like a speaker came on or something. I'm gonna turn it off. Okay. So, going back into the industry, the other day, yesterday or earlier today, they were showing me something. They're now threatening Diddy's children. But I feel like they're either threatening the daughters or they're threatening King Combs, and like threatening a car accident or something. Like, you know what we can do. I also keep seeing him hanging by something. These people would, whatever this is, they are, it's not even, it's fear, but it's not fear. It is fear of them being, exposed. Because this don't feel like, to me, just acts of genocide, which it is, and terrorism against the American people and the American children. We're talking about filming things that were not supposed to be filmed. We're not just talking about white parties at his house in the piazza. We're talking about filming things that were never supposed to be filmed on islands, like the ceremonies of unaliving children. And we're talking about key people. Oh, I got chills. Athletes, politicians, industry people, CEOs. And again, this is not just about a white party. This is about the acts that are going on where they cannot, some of them don't remember, and some of them are willingly doing it, and they do know. We're talking about savage acts. We're not just talking about like sexual assault. We're talking about that. We're talking about savage acts, like strangling adolescents until like their eyes pop. And
remember Orlando Brown was speaking of the panda eyes? Mm-hmm.
Like hitting them with mallets in their heads. Savage, breaking their backs. I see them running. They're running and screaming. So this isn't just you would see them shape shifting while doing this. They don't look human to me. They come back into their human form. They could never, like, you have shape shifting beings, like with mankind, people, humans, interacting in these disgusting situations. And it's on camera, it's on video, and he's forcing people to record it. Like, no, keep going, keep rolling. Like, some are being recorded and some are being recorded in the sky. I don't know why they keep calling Ellen DeGeneres' name. But I also keep hearing Epstein and Ellen DeGeneres. And these are on all of these different islands that these are taking place. There's bodies in the water.
Right. Okay. I'm going to stop there. Bodies in the water. You think with them rugging people against their will that people didn't lose their lives? You're giving people these random rugs, right? Allegedly horse tranquilizers and things like that. You don't know what medications people are on. You think on those yachts, when all of these things were going on, that they didn't throw bodies over? Think, Naughty Crew. Think.
Oh, the ports shipping. Oh, because when they fly, they must sign manifestos. And the waters is free. They don't have law. I'm done.
Period.
I'm done.
And that's why they was doing all this stuff on the yachts, in the private jets, in the air. How do you think they're transporting these humans around? The human trafficking industry is a $1 billion industry. They really don't want to dismantle that. Go over to Walk with the Ancestors and subscribe and check out the full video. She dropped a lot of jewels, but she does world readings on a regular basis, whether like every quarter or so. Hey, Derek. Hey, Corey. The reason why I brought up the governor is because she been saying that Donald Trump was going to be our next president. Like, and I was even talking to a couple of my friends yesterday, and I was like, Donald Trump is about to be president. And they were like, don't say that or whatever. I was like, I'm telling you, like, as bad as I don't want that, I just knew it was going to happen. I knew it was going to happen because I watched The Governess. And she's been saying Donald Trump is going to be your next president. She also predicted that Kamala was going to be carried out in chains. She's seen that. And you see what happened at that rally. They had an image of Kamala in chains. So she's the real thing. She's the real thing. She is the real thing. I also direct you towards, it's a channel I love called The Truth Is. And they've been on it. Okay. Shout out to The Truth Is, Fair Use Commentary. And then we're going to move on to the election reactions because everyone's outraged and sad.
And it was revealed that he was filming his infamous freak-off parties. People have been speculating on who's on those tapes with Diddy. People want to know who's Diddy's victims, or even worse, who were his accomplices who were secretly recorded participating in these disturbing ritualistic parties with Diddy. For a few weeks now, it was reported that a few of those freak-off tapes were being shopped around Hollywood. While the tapes were being shopped around, the names on these tapes were being protected. It almost seemed like we would never know the names on those tapes. That was until a former associate of Kim Porter who testified in court released all the names who are in those tapes. Hey guys, I hope all is well. Welcome back to The Truth Is, where I drop new videos.
Please thumbs up the video.
It wasn't until the lawyer Ariel Mitchell confirmed to have seen a tape that featured a younger A-list celebrity hooking up with Diddy that people started to know it was real. She claimed that the tape was being shown to her for her to broker a deal with the celebrity in the video.
I also was just recently contacted by someone who wanted me to essentially represent them in the sale of one of the Diddy tapes. So, which I declined that because...
Wait a minute, say that again, back up. You're saying that there's tapes and they're being shopped?
Yes, there have been people already shopping.
We've heard about the tapes, but
yes.
The shopping thing is...
Yes, there already have been tapes leaking around Hollywood, being shopped around to individuals in Hollywood. But one particular person contacted me to shop a particular video they were in possession of and to contact the person who was...
All right, we know all of that.
What if recording high quality content?
We know all of that. Fast forward, because we've been covering Courtney Burgess and that whole situation.
Video about how Justin Bieber and Usher were both groomed by Diddy. I stated that Diddy's former bodyguard, Gene Deal, had admitted to witnessing Diddy put Usher in the hospital after hooking up with him.
I know, and people know, that was around in that time that Puff and Usher did have a situation. And that situation led Usher to the hospital. Now, I'll let Usher explain that to y'all.
As we now can see, Gene Deal wasn't lying about this. Usher was really a victim of Diddy. Usher was groomed by Diddy. Then, Usher groomed Justin Bieber and sent them to Diddy to get the same experience. This is why Justin seems so depressed, because his parents sold him to Hollywood to be taken advantage of. They made Justin a star, but first, he needed to be initiated and groomed. That is the price of fame. You gotta sell out to be a star in Hollywood. Letting Diddy have his way with him is how Justin sold out. Usher signed Justin and immediately had him initiated, so they sent him to Diddy to break him in. All of this makes me think about that video that was circulating around about a year ago, showing Diddy seemingly checking Justin for a wire. This also happened a few months before Diddy was arrested. The video was so suspicious and now makes total sense. Diddy was pressing Justin to make sure he wasn't talking to the feds, to make sure he stayed quiet about what he had done to him. This is the oath of secrecy these celebrities live by. If Justin had been speaking out, I'm pretty sure Diddy would have gotten rid of him. Look at Justin and ask yourself if it's really worth being rich and famous. You can see the pain in his eyes. Justin has this soulless look in his eyes, the same look you see in many of these celebrity faces.
It was hard for me being that young and being in the industry, not knowing where to turn, and everyone, telling me they love me and, just turn their back on you in a second. Just protecting those moments, because people take for granted encounters, and I just want to protect her, you know? I don't want her to go through anything I went through, I wish that upon anybody.
Recently, another one of Diddy's victims came out. This time, it was a person who claimed they were R-worded by Diddy when they were only 10 years old. According to this John Doe, he claims Diddy R-worded him back in 2005. The man claims that he wanted to be an actor and an artist, which led him to cross paths with Diddy. His parents, in an attempt to help their son's career, hired an industry consultant who recommended they fly from their home in Los Angeles to New York to meet with the music industry figure. She noticed he was badly shaken and took him back to his parents, who quickly noticed that he was lethargic and had a live stream where he introduced a young girl to the stream. According to Diddy, he had adopted this young girl named Ava. In the live, the young girl seems to be acting a bit strange.
Yeah, everyone introduce yourself.
My name's Ava. I'm a Scorpio.
No, what's your last name?
Ava Combs.
What's your other last name?
Ava Baroni.
Ava Baroni Combs? Yes, it's breaking news. Diddy adopted a white child. I want you to tell them.
Four of us?
Circulating, showing Diddy excited about inviting a very young girl to his after party while at an industry event. It all go down. The New York Post also claims to have seen a video of Diddy hooking up with a young man as well. This proves that these tapes are out there, and soon they will be leaked online. For those that think that Diddy is the only one up to this in Hollywood, you're so wrong. Most of these celebrities are into some disturbing things. Diddy didn't invent this behavior. This cult-like behavior comes from the secret religion of Hollywood. Most people don't understand why Hollywood is so evil. Well, it's because Hollywood has a secret religion that most big celebrities are a part of. Most of these celebrities are Freemasons and a part of other strange occult groups.
I know you may or may not, I know you're going to believe me. You have what's called the Illuminati. Illuminati. Yeah, Illuminati. Okay. Do satanic rituals. How do I know this?
Yeah, that's what I want to know. How do you know this?
You know Sean Combs?
Puff Daddy?
Yeah.
He did whatever he told himself. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, he's part of what's called the Boule. The Boule is a branch of Illuminati.
Okay.
It's the black people.
Diddy is not only a Freemason, but he is a member of an occult religion called the Lima. The Lima was a religion created by the infamous occultist Aleister Crowley, who, just like Diddy, hosted giant orgy parties in his mansions. Crowley also believed in using children for his rituals, just like Diddy. He was even quoted saying that children had magical power and were best for his rituals. Crowley was also a Freemason, just like Diddy. Crowley believed in a form of magic called sex magic, which is pretty much exactly what it sounds like. Ritualistic sex that he believed unleashed magical energy into the world. Crowley became a beloved figure in counterculture due to his rebellious self-worship ways. Rock stars admired Crowley, and the entire rock and roll genre was inspired by Crowley's religion and Creole. Crowley taught his followers about manifesting your true will and coined the Creole "do what thou wilt." That phrase in itself has inspired Hollywood. Crowley's influence spread from rock and roll to all of Hollywood, and since the beginning of hip-hop,
TikTok keeps trying to tell me that
Yep. And most of your politicians and things like that, they're all involved in this. It all ties together.
by Crowley's teachings, as at least one of the founding fathers of hip-hop, Africa Bambaataa, was a devout follower of Crowley's teachings. And what's interesting about this, Bambaataa, just like Diddy, was accused of R-wording children just like Crowley as well. Bambaataa was using these kids for his S-magic rituals just like Diddy is. The occult and Thelema have always been a part of hip-hop since the beginning, and that's why Diddy is so invested in it. I actually grew up just blocks away from the project building where hip-hop was made. I went inside those projects many times, and when I first learned about how hip-hop was connected to the occult, it troubled me as I grew up hip-hop. All I knew as a kid was hip-hop, just like everyone else I knew. I looked up to rappers.
Okay, so all these artists out here, a lot of them follow this cult, okay? And they use the youth because it's supposed to be, their spirit is pure. And that's where you get into like energy harvesting and things like that. This is the dark, ugly side that they do not want us to know about. They operate in secrecy for a reason. All right. It all ties together. All it is. you got the music industry connected to the politics and things like that. Just think about when they started using people from the industry to endorse the candidates, right? You saw it really come alive when Hillary Clinton was running, right? And that's when Diddy was doing the vote or die and things like that, and it progressed. And then in the Obama administration, you've seen a lot of it. And that's why, like, I was saying to myself, like, all these celebrities coming out to endorse, it's just a big distraction. But where I think Kamala went wrong, a lot of the celebrities that endorse her, J-Lo, Usher, they're being named in connection with the diddler. Okay? One way or another. They're either possible witnesses or co-conspirators of his. Yes, he was. Aleister Crowley. He was a crazy, evil man. And that's why I kind of think she went wrong. Getting all these celebrities to come out in the end, because it seemed like she was desperate. Let me see. Right? That's where I think she went wrong. I really do. Especially with the short time that she had to run. And that's a story for another day. Taylor Swift endorsed her. Oprah Winfrey. She's connected to Weinstein and possibly Epstein and the diddler. Katy Perry performed at her rallies. And I always think it's a bad idea because I feel like they were trying to do image rehab because they know their name is coming up in connected to all these heinous things. And it's meant to distract us about what's really going on. And when Trump said he was going to be the last president, I believe him. Just like I believed him when he said, if I don't become your next president, blood will shed. He put fear in people. She still made history. Hey, Leandra. Yeah. J-Lo, and of all the people, J-Lo is being named all over the place when it comes to connection with Diddy. Like, instead of endorsing Kamala, are you going to stand up for the victim in a nightclub, Natanya Rubin? Or are you going to continue to keep your mouth shut? Because you got skeletons in your closet too. So a lot of these celebs, they not speaking out in regards to the diddler because a lot of them got a lot to hide, okay? A lot of them participated in a lot of these sex rituals. All right? And I just remember when the phone call leaked of Diddy from jail, when he said, I'm going to get the last laugh. Everybody want to be quiet? It's all right. I'm going to get the last laugh. How do we know it's not? The laugh is Trump going, pardon him. See, they be playing in our faces. All right. So let's get into some of the reactions because people are going ham. All right. So for right now, Donald Trump is projected to be our next president. Over the next couple of days, we'll get the final numbers, and then they'll have the inauguration ceremony and things like that. Now, so many things took place. You had people setting mailboxes on fire. I know in Georgia, they were threatening bomb threats and things like that. Yeah, Governor spoke out this morning too. She spoke out. Please thumbs up this video. All right, so let's get into some of these reactions. All right, governor spoke out. She said, support those who support you. Pay attention to those who, as soon as I can support, I will. Then call you crying because they ain't supportive of them. Vamps, cut them off, period. People are blind. President Obama, he spoke out. Barack Obama, and shout out to the neighborhood talks, Barack Obama tells voters to remain patient and fact check election information before sharing. Very likely we won't know the outcome tonight either. So Barack Obama says it took several days to count every ballot in 2020, and it's very likely we won't know the outcome tonight either. So please keep a few things in mind as you make your voice heard today. Thousands of election workers around the country are working hard today. Respect them. Thank you. And don't share things before checking your sources, and let the process run its course. It takes time to count every ballot. Okay, keep that in mind. Meantime, they're doing so many things to make sure Trump gets in office. What's this? Here, the Georgia Secretary of State claims 2 bomb threats at Georgia polling sites were allegedly from Russian origin. Okay?
That's the only places that we've heard about one bomb threat. Have you heard of any other verifiable threats at any polling places?
We've heard some threats that were of Russian origin. And so I don't know how to describe if that's viable. We don't think they are, but in the interest of public safety, you always check that out. And we'll just continue to be very responsive when we hear about stuff like that. We identified the source and it was from Russia.
Can you elaborate on that? What kind of threats?
As he said, it was a bomb threat.
Russia,
why does Russia have an interest in our election? Just like Trump, when he was in office, there was like a major leak. And I just remember it was leaked to Russia. And then all of a sudden we got all these like spam calls coming through. Like we had to disconnect the house phone because there was so many calls coming through.
Confident of the Russians did it.
Yeah, just like we had the DDoS attack on Monday, October 14th, 420,000, pings, denial of service from Russians. So we added that interface that said, I am a human, I'm not a robot. So they're up to mischief, it seems, and they don't want us to have a smooth, fair, and accurate election, and anything they can get.
Right, grown woman. Remember, Trump was over there rubbing elbows with Putin. Okay?
To fight among ourselves, they can count that as a victory. So that tells you a little bit about the Russians. They're not our friends. Anyone that thinks they are hasn't been reading the newspapers. Thank you.
Period. Okay? Please thumbs up this video. So much to interfere with the election. All right? Man arrested at the U.S. Capitol for attempting to enter with a torch and flare gun. Shout out to the Jasmine brand for this article. All right. Police reportedly detained a man at the U.S. Capitol today for trying to enter the building with a torch and a flare gun. Authorities say the individual smelled of fuel and was carrying the items in his hand during his security screening at the Capitol Visitor Center. At the time, the man's identity has not been disclosed and police are still investigating the situation. Washington authorities are on high alert this election day in light of Donald Trump supporters attacking the government building on January 6th due to the outrage over Trump's laws. Okay? What else we got? We have people setting mailboxes on fire. Then we have the whole scandal in Nevada where a bunch of ballots couldn't be processed due to signature. So pay attention, people. It's a lot going on. And my thing is, like, so the election didn't go in most of our favor and things like that. And the best thing we can do is prepare, right? Fulton County has received 5 bomb threats at polling locations. Why? All right, look. Jewish voters flood the polls in Lakewood. This is in New Jersey to vote for Trump. I didn't even know Jewish people voted. But then I thought, like, they got to protect their money. Mm-hmm. Yes. Hey, Rena. So look at what all is going on. All right. Let me pull up this Nevada situation. Like, a lot of ballots weren't able to be counted. Here it is. Shout out to the Las Vegas Sun. Nearly 14,000 mail ballots in Nevada have signature issues. Think that's by chance? Yeah, he never stopped being Putin's ally. Yeah, Elon Musk. And you know, Elon Musk had the nerve to speak out about Diddy when him and Diddy are invested in Twitter together. So they'll rub elbows until they can't, right? They down until they not. They love to play in our face. And they use celebrities to try to sway your vote and things like that. And half these celebrities don't even vote. They use people like Amber Rose and things like that. She probably ain't even vote. Please thumbs up this video. And Elon Musk, he's not even an American citizen. But they as two-faced as they come. Okay? Right? They love to play in our face now, the crew. Look at Elon. Elon Musk says J-Lo never warned folks about Diddy, and now she's warning people about Trump. Make it make sense. And I say to that, Elon, what about you using him as an investor, sir? To buy Twitter. All right, you got Oprah backing Kamala. Oprah, you full of bull swinking. We know it. You full of bull swinking. Now, Tasha K set the internet ablaze yesterday because she announced that she voted for Donald Trump, right? Please thumbs up the video. It was a post and delete. All right. And she immediately lost, like, people stopped following her, unsubscribed, and things like that. Now, let me just put this out there. Who you vote for is your choice. And I don't never try to sway people one way or another. You know, I just put the information out there. You make your own decision, right? Because voting is a personal right, your personal choice, and things like that. But be careful who you share your choice with. Like, it's just better to stay silent, especially when you have large platforms, because a lot of people get in their feelings. Now, Tasha K, she went on to post an apology after she deleted, and here she goes. That is right. Let me see. Here we go.
That's on that. So y'all acting like, oh, I'm just dead against supporting. That's not what it is. But my preference is based off of my experience. And y'all got a lot of money when y'all was up under Trump. PPP loans, stimmy checks, all types of stuff, okay? Y'all ain't getting that now. Y'all ain't getting that now. But that's cool. And if we continue with Harris, that's cool too. And I'm going to work with her the best way I can. But y'all just not going. Let me get back to the celebrity gossip. Let me get back to the celebrity gossip, child. This is not my arena. That's why I don't do these political conversations. I don't. And truly, from the bottom of my heart, if I offended you, I apologize. Okay? Y'all know I don't care about losing no followers. We win some, we lose some. Hell, I lost 100,000 with Jaguar Wright. I lost more than that with Cardi B. That's just the way life goes. It's inflation and deflation. So I get it. But just the utter, people operating and they want to fight. They want to threaten. For what? For what? Ain't nobody really giving us anything. Nothing. Neither one of them. So stop. That's on that. So y'all acting like, oh, I'm just dead against supporting. That's not what it is. But my preference.
All right. So, I mean, she's sorry, but not sorry. But it is her choice. But she said she lost like 5,000 followers immediately when she posted what her choice was. All right, Cardi B is also speaking out. Let me see. She's saying that she's disappointed. Is that because she thought her coming out, people will follow? Well, Cardi B, this is my thing. You need to learn that you got to pick a side, Cardi. Either you're going to be a gangster or you're going to be an upstanding citizen, all right, and do the right thing. But either way, however which way you go, Cardi.
Ever in life, I stand on business. You drop me somewhere, I stand on business. You drop me.
How is she? Please thumbs up this video. How is she in one breath online putting out threats and threatening gang violence against another man because he called her out for being phony and supporting Kamala and calling her out her name, right? At what point do we grow up? And then next thing I know, you at Kamala Harris's rally trying to encourage Americans to vote. And it's like, pick a side. It's a double standard. And I think people saw through that, all right? But she reacts to Donald Trump being elected. Here we go. Wait. What's this?
That's on that.
Shout out to Hollywood Unlocked.
Votes at this time. That means he needs 23 more. Pennsylvania has 19 electoral votes. Michigan has 15 votes at this time. That means he needs 23 more. Pennsylvania has 19 electoral votes. Michigan has 15 votes at the
I'm fucking sad. I'm fucking sad. I'm sad. I hate. I don't know. I'm just really fucking annoyed.
Are you annoyed because you don't have as much influence as you thought? Narcissist.
I'm really annoyed. So we've been watching this shit for like hours now. I haven't even fucking recorded yet. Like we just been watching for hours. I see that Kamala didn't come out to talk at Howard, and as strong as she is, no matter what, I know that she's probably emotional right now. I know there's probably a lot going on in her mind, and I know she's not listening to this, but she eventually will see it. I just hope that she knows that no matter what happened tonight, that millions of people are proud of her. I'm proud of her. I'm fucking sad. Women around the world are proud of her. Women of color are proud of her. And, you know, I'm not even going. Y'all know how I feel in the beginning of the fucking year. I did not want to vote for nobody.
Please thumbs up this video. Share this video out. Thank you. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe.
She changed my mind. I feel like she was very honest. I feel like she said the things that I wanted to hear. When I look at her in her face and when she was talking to me, I really felt like she was very genuine. I feel like she was not playing no fucking games. And she had 100 days to do all of this. And she woke this nation up. She woke this nation up. I feel like there was a lot of things that went wrong. I feel like last year, women around the world are proud of her. Women of color are proud of her. And, you know, I'm not even going. Y'all know how I feel in the beginning of the fucking year. I did not want to vote for nobody. She changed my mind. I feel like they kept her too much in the background. And a lot of people were asking, but what was Harris doing? What was Harris doing? And I know for a fact that she just didn't have much power last year. I feel like they kept her a lot in the background last year. And I feel like they put her in a position this year to practically save the day. And she did a lot. Academics at the Trump.
Please thumbs up this video. Yes, she won in New Jersey, okay? Jersey came out to support Kamala. Okay. All right, that's Cardi B, little red area. I'm not getting too far into her because it's just a lot. All right, Candace Owens, who's been debunking the fact that Kamala is a black woman for like the past month. She spoke out via Twitter. She said she really pulled the Hillary Clinton is going to bed display of weakness uniquely demonstrated by female contenders. Shout out to the neighborhood talk. I can't stand Candace sometimes. I swear I can't. So
Trump got 34 felonies and they still want this. 34? 34. Think of the most notorious nigga you know. Nigga, he ain't got 34 felonies. That nigga got more felonies than the worst nigga you know. That's crazy. The worst nigga you know maybe have 7, 10 if he was just on a high-speed chase type shit. Nigga, Tip said he a 7-time felon. That's only 7. Bruh. All that nigga friends in jail for not telling on him. Right. He didn't even get him out. That nigga got Kodak Black out of jail, bro. Who else he got out? Did he got Lil Wayne? Come on, bro. All I know is that last time the nigga was the president, niggas who ain't never had no paper before had some paper before. I don't know where the fuck they got it from. It's just the way that they had that shit trickling down through the social economic climate. But niggas was getting money when that nigga was there. Trump got.
All right, so who's to say he won't get out the diddler? I mean, it's not far-fetched. It's not far-fetched. Perez Hilton reacts.
Listen, I did not vote for Donald Trump, but the majority of Americans did. Literally. It's being reported that Donald Trump may have actually won the popular vote as well as a landslide of the Electoral College. But while all of these people had many valid reasons for voting the way they did, one that I saw over and over again, I'm just going to say it, it's BS. Just this week, the owner of the Las Vegas Review-Journal, a billionaire who happens to be a woman, wrote an editorial saying that a man needs to be president. And that was a sentiment that I saw sadly echoed by so many. I don't know if it's a majority, but a lot of Americans believe that a woman is not capable of being president of the United States. We need a strong leader. We need a man. And I just don't agree with that. Do you?
Period. And I said at the beginning of all of this, when we first found out Kamala was running, that a lot of people will simply not vote for Kamala just because she's a woman. They don't want to see a woman in power. But she won in California. All right, DJ Academics reacts. He said, "I'm gonna catch y'all ninjas tomorrow." He's an idiot. All right, Jazzy posted, shout out to the spiritual world. All those damn celebrities that vouch for Kamala shows me celebrity culture is dead. Yeah. Hollywood as we know it, it's over. Okay, so DJ Academics also posted, Trump back president, biking in 75K, Young Thug free, streets is back. Kamala and her crew sent me some bread too, and I took some and still hoped her ass lost. Appreciate you, shorty. Your money good, but you ain't. Not for the country. Big Donald Trump gonna run that up for us. You can't buy everything in life. See you in 4 years. Shout out to Baller Alert for capturing that. What's this? All right, shout out to New Jersey Shade. Trump advanced Project 2025 plan. Seize power within the federal government. Implement a national backdoor ban on baby deletion without Congress and jail healthcare providers. Pack the Supreme Court with MAGA extremists. End climate protection and gut clean energy programs. Reinstate crippling student debt payments. Replace nonpartisan government employees with politically appointed Trump loyalists. Pardon violent January 6th criminal insurrectionists. Yes, y'all see it. Abolish the Department of Education. Force states to report women's miscarriages and abortions to Trump's federal government. Repeal protections for LGBTQ plus Americans. Reinstate Trump's transgender military ban and expel transgender service members. Cut taxes for the ultra wealthy. This is the plan. Y'all heard the governors. All right, you're gonna have to go back on the replay if you want to see it. All right. Gut Medicare and Social Security, eliminate union and work protection, reinstate and expand Trump's Muslim ban, withdraw from Paris Climate Agreement, end the independence of Department of Justice and FBI, turn the Department of Justice and FBI into enforcement arms of the White House, implement and expand book bans, line big pharma's pockets by ending prescription drug price caps for seniors. So all of you who are caregivers to your parents, they're about to make it a lot harder. Okay? Ban deletion medication, Plan B. Put limits on contraception access, rip away protections for women's rights to life-saving medical care, go after marriage equity, put immigrants in mass detention camps, rip immigrant children from their arms of their mothers, repeal Medicare's ability to negotiate lower drug prices, let employees drastically cut overtime, and replace climate advisors with fossil fuel lobbyists. Hey, Vanessa. Hey, Cynthia. Right. Okay. I'm just here to put the information out there, Naughty Curl. I'm just here to put the information out. Okay. Mark Cuban, he said, congratulates at the real Donald Trump. You won fair and square. Congrats to Elon Musk as well. And I believe he endorsed Kamala. Okay. King's Daily Push. This is a commentator I love. He said, I ain't gonna lie. I'm hurt for real, for real. Let me see. 50 Cent also reacted. Let me see if I can find his. All right, this is 50 Cent. He said, I don't care how the fight goes. I'm leaving with the winner. Shit. I still don't know what's going on. Congratulations. Remember, he was just on the Breakfast Club stating that Donald Trump offered him $3 million to come perform. And he said, I don't do politics and I don't do religion. Okay? All right. So let's get into the speeches, okay? We're going to start off with the underdog, Kamala. Shout out to New York. What is this?
So you won't hear from the vice president tonight?
Nah, I want the beginning of the speech.
We still have votes to count. We still have states that have not been called yet. We will continue overnight to fight to make sure that every vote is counted, that every voice has spoken. So you won't hear from the vice president tonight, but you will hear from her tomorrow. She will be back here tomorrow to address not only the HU family, not only to address her supporters, but to address the nation. So thank you. We believe in you. May God bless you. May God keep you. And go HU and go Harris. Thank you all.
Shout out to It's On Site for capturing that. Here's Donald Trump. Shout out to the Shade Room.
Thank the American people for the extraordinary honor of being elected your 47th president and your 45th president. And every citizen, I will fight for you, for your family, and your future. Every single day, I will be fighting for you, and with every breath in my body. I will not rest until we have delivered the strong, safe, and prosperous America that our children deserve and that you deserve. This will truly be the golden age of America. That's what we have to have. Thank the American people for the extraordinary honor of being.
Okay, so you got what you wanted. You got what you wanted. But in the wake of all of that, shout out to Atlanta Black Star, Donald Trump gets served by the Central Park Five at Mar-a-Lago on Election Day. So the exonerated five, formerly known as the Central Park Five, and this is their names, all right, served Donald Trump with a defamation lawsuit at Mar-a-Lago on October 24th through his director of security. The suit filed October 21st accuses Trump of falsely stating during a presidential debate that the five pled guilty and unalive a person despite their 1989 wrongful conviction and eventual exoneration. Trump must respond to the suit by November 15th, with the plaintiff seeking over $75,000 and a jury trial. I think they should have went for a clean $1 million, okay? Also, the Republicans also won the House last night, which tells me Trump is going to have his way on everything he tries to do. Republicans win the Senate majority for the first time in 4 years. Shout out to the Shade Room. So the Republicans in the U.S. Senate majority seizing control of the chamber for the first time in 4 years. Please thumbs up this video. So I say, brace yourself, Naughty Crew, because it's about to go down. These are the results so far. And y'all see how many states are red. And so he got the electoral vote and he also got the popular vote thus far, and they still are counting ballots. All right, so we will know the final results in the next couple of days or so. So what should Democrats do right now? Right, what's their position? All right, so I found some commenting. Shout out to News Nation for this information.
The answer to the question you raised, which is a very good one, and it's probably going to be ignored by most folks tonight. The answer to the question, what do the Democrats do? Nothing. Right now, they do nothing. They acknowledge the victory when they believe they need to. It will be in short order. And then they have to see how Donald Trump plays the situation. They will be reactive. They're going to be in a little bit of shock. Yeah. They're going to be reactive in the beginning. One, I'm not talking about the next couple of weeks. I'm talking about after the inauguration. They will be reactive. If they have the House, it's going to be a very small majority, right? Hakeem Jeffries, I've known a very long time. He is a pragmatic, underrated power player in politics.
You don't end up in his position without being very good.
And you don't wind up in his position, by the way, often as liked as he is. This is not Nancy Pelosi.
He's not a guy who burns
bridges. This is a guy who knows how to operate, knows how to use power, knows how to make deals. And he's kind of like Chuck Schumer used to be when he was in the House, and Nancy Pelosi, and then you got to find somebody that people like. And you combine those three, you get Hakeem Jeffries. But they're going to be reactive. And that means something. That means that Trump has the chance to set the tone. They're not going to come out and say, we are the opposition, the way the Republicans did the last time.
Okay. So we just got to sit back and wait. Well, on the tail end of this, someone on YouTube got a victory. Jason Lee was running for a councilman. and he won. He got elected as Stockton District 6 councilman. All right, so this is directly from his page. He said, deeply honored to have earned the support and trust of my neighbors, the voters of my hometown, and you. Now I begin the work of creating safer and stronger communities, improving our quality of life, and charting our next chapter. Heck, forget the next chapter. We will write a whole new book. Stockton, thank you. So somebody won last night. Okay? Somebody won. Somebody won. So congratulations to him. I'm interested to see what he's gonna do with that, using his platform in conjunction with his politics. So, Naughty Crew, look, let's not get discouraged. Let's make a plan. Let's hope for the best, pray for the best, but expect the worst. All right, because we know he know how to run amok when he wants to. All right. Ooh, so much going on. So much going on. Can I just say, I'm happy this is over right now, because I mean, this election really had the country divided. We have to remember we are the United States of America, and we have to remember to love thy brother. Love thy neighbors. You understand? Despite what their beliefs are and things like that, we're all human beings. We live in a land where we're supposed to be able to have the opportunity of choice, but we know a lot of things are rigged and things like that. All right. So America has spoken, and who they wanted is Donald Trump as president. So I told you and been talking about the plan to implement Project 2025, which they already have started, whether you know it, whether you like it or not. It started with him changing the justices and overturning Roe versus Wade. Like, the plan is already in progress, whether you like it or not. Hey, James. All right. Woo. All right, let's get into Chrisean Hard-Headed Rock, okay? The things that have been going on lately with this family, it disgusts me. Rockhead is a liar, whether y'all like it or not. She's a liar. She's very manipulative, and the whole family is toxic, from the rooter to the tutor. Okay? But I just want to give you a little history about the area she comes from. Maryland, that area is known for a lot of incest. And when it comes to incest, it comes to a lot of mental inabilities and deformities and things like that. But just to give you an idea, just make sure this is it. Is this it? Of what went on there, and it goes back to slavery. Hold on. Yeah, here it is. So Baltimore is considered the incest capital. And this might explain what's going on here. Here we go. Shout out to Blue Girls Club.
Take the Eastern Shore of Maryland, for example, right? Most people live within a 50-mile radius of where they were born. A large percentage of the people who lived on the Eastern Shore of Maryland during this time of these breeding farms migrated to Baltimore. Baltimore, Maryland is the incest capital of the United States of America. Baltimore, Maryland is the incest capital of the United States of America. And according to statistics by my colleague, Dr. Patricia Newton, who's a psychiatrist in Baltimore, in that area in Baltimore, Sandtown, where you had these recent rebellions, 9 out of 10 black women in the depressed parts of Baltimore, 9 out of 10 black women have been victims of incest. In the same area, 7 out of 10 black men have been victims of incest.
All right, let's start it over. All right, Latifah, Mookie, Eugene, fucking Chassie.
This is Chrisean nephew naming the people in his family that violated him. All right. This is something that is known.
And Tessa. These 5 motherfuckers I just named fuck me up, bro. Go out there. Mookie like little boy sucking his dick. He'll bend over for you in the doggy position to tell you fuck him in his ass next.
Out of all the allegations, he is the main one that I believe because he tells his stories in detail. Okay. Now the family, they all pathological liars. Now, is it a possibility that Chrisean was violated by someone in her family? Absolutely. Do I believe it's her sister, Taseki? I don't believe that. Not for 1 minute. I believe she is weaponizing abuse. But Blueface told us. He told us a long time ago. Hold on, let me try to. About her. And we all thought he was putting on and stuff like that. And she claimed that she was in an abusive relationship. And what did we find out? We found out that she was the one being the perpetrator and the abuser in the situation. Chrisean, when she doesn't get her way, she tends to put false allegations on people. She did it to Blue all the time. When he exposed her for not getting the baby the treatment that he needs from the hospital for the hernia, then she started saying that he was gay. She even went as low as saying that his son took pictures of his private part. This girl is sinister and evil, and this is why I don't believe her. Okay, she's been caught in so many lies. She admittedly even said out her mouth that she is a liar. So why should I believe her now? And as soon as Taseki left that conversation, she started slandering her name, saying that she took her out of the hood, got her off the strip pole, made her come up. She was selling Kuda Cat. She is a disgusting human being. All right. And Blueface told us a long time ago. And this is why I don't believe the allegations. She will have to take a lie detector test for me to even believe her.
Fuck. I hate that. The pregnancy is what really made me realize, because I have 2 kids. I've been into labor rooms. When someone is in labor,
Shout out to House of Blues for this content.
it's cool. It's out of the blue. No female is planning to go in labor, right? I have 2 kids. I know this. You can't tell me otherwise. Chrisean planned her labor. She didn't coincidentally go to Baltimore and her water broke and she just went somewhere. The pregnancy is what really made me realize, because Chrisean flew to Baltimore with a hospital that she already knew she could film at. She flew there medically induced. She let us know before the baby was coming that it was coming. 4 weeks before the due date. Right? So if your due date is September 23rd,
So she purposely had Junior early. This is how sinister this girl is. She purposely promoted drinking and smoking while pregnant.
Why are you letting us know that the baby's coming a week before September? You letting us know in August. How do you know that? Chrisean flew to Baltimore with, why do you think before Chrisean goes live and she cries and says that I'm a terrible guy, her makeup's done, her jewelry's on, her nails are done, everything is pre-planned. That's the genius part about it. Her fame, her claim to fame is sympathy. And who's gonna deny that if it's evident, if it's in her face? Right? That's the manipulation. So now I'm like, damn, I didn't let this bitch get me. Man, I'm disappointed in myself. I take that though. Why do you?
Blueface said it. Okay? Out his mouth. He took accountability. Like, damn, I got played. Ronnie said it. She mad manipulative. This is her first love that she snitched on, and he ended up going to prison. Look at where Blueface is right now. Okay? Look at where Blueface is right now. Now, Taseki has responded to Chrisean's allegations now. To her being a prostitute and her taking her out of the hood. So Chrisean thinks, like, she's got these grandiose ideas of herself, but when you look at it closely, she really has no talent.
All like that. She was a stripper. She's so. I brought her out the hood. She stopped stripping. She's with the very nigga she's with the very nigga. He ain't stop. Exactly. We ain't say none of that.
That's not what the conversation was supposed to be about, Chrisean. See, you was trying to drive the narrative. And the only thing the conversation was supposed to be about was the situation when you got your sister jumped and the allegations that you're putting out there that tarnishes your sister's name. But during that sit down, you didn't want to talk. You wanted to deflect. Oh, we don't need to talk about that. Like, if I was violated by someone and I had the opportunity to confront the predator, I'm going to go ham. But no, you talking about, we don't want to talk about that. Let's move past that. Why? You put it out there. Talk about it. And look, if Chastity okay with Taseki dating her ex, so be it. Like, they grown. Obviously, they good. She good with it. It's apparently something that runs in the family because China, her daughter, also came out and said China, her mama slept with her man. There's something that go on in this family. This girl is sinister and manipulative. And you had an opportunity to say all of this to your sister's face, but you a coward. This is her manipulation.
The very nigga that you used to fuck with. We ain't say none of that.
You didn't have to, because that's not what this conversation was about.
She don't want to say the truth.
Neither do you.
It's all about her. It's all about her.
No, it's all about you. And that's why you mad and you got that jealous spirit because you see your sister shining and you hate it. And let me tell you something. After all that crap that she spoke and said about Lemmy and Zeus Network, you had the nerve to go back? And that just tells you that Chrisean do not
ever in life. I stand on business. You got me somewhere, I stand on business.
She do not stand on business. She's a whole coward. I never thought she could fight. And the reason why she had Junior there as a shield, as she uses everybody in her life, including that baby. And she sat there and lied like we all didn't see her drinking and smoking, and she lied. I ain't drink this and that. My baby blessed. This is Chrisean Jesus Malone. How's he blessed when he's disabled and his mama won't even get him no help?
It's all about her. She all like that.
So and I believe this one, because she go to court Friday. It was her ex from 8th grade. Exactly. Yes. Exactly. All right. But when she mad, that's when she starts spewing heinous things. That's her pattern. The best predictor of future behavior is past behavior. Shout out to Circus of Blues. So Taseki responded to these allegations. All right. She said, I never had to or sold cat. I've been in the same relationship for 12 years on 12/8/24. I left the club because my music started taking off, and I took it serious by leaving the club. Also lived in the same big house for 8 years. Now I'm in a much bigger one. Remember, Chrisean was out here saying, oh, I'm gonna buy me an island. But I mean, that's everything. Taseki has everything Chrisean wanted and dreamed of. So then she says, that was way before motherfuckers went to Cali. I mean, just lie after lie. It's no way I'm this blessed from being evil and a liar. I'm going to continue to be blessed and motherfuckers will continue to lie. That's all you can do with a baddie like this. Haters at its finest. Wow, my lawyer finna have a ball. So she's still saying that she's going to sue. And I think Taseki should stand on business, period. Because that girl needs a lesson. Chrisean needs a lesson in telling the truth. But she has said out her own mouth she's a liar. Okay? Mm-hmm. Now, Carlissa even spoke out, and y'all know I can't stand entertaining her, but it be some truth to what she say or whatever. Here we go.
Because when I said, I don't think she should be smoking, I don't think she should be lifting weights, I don't think she should be partying, I don't think she should be doing this, I don't think she should be doing that as a mother-in-law or as a elderly person, that's what we say. That's what our parents said to us. And you know what y'all told me? Y'all said, mind your own fucking business, old lady. Y'all said, oh, it's okay. I smoked when I was pregnant and my baby came out totally fine. It's okay. Remember y'all motherfuckers said that?
Yep. All you rock tards, rock heads, crack rocks, y'all encouraged her to smoke and drink. Y'all supported that. What happened to holding people accountable? It's an innocent baby involved here. And now look, 14 months old, can't even hold his bottle or his head up. Not even walking and can't even eat solid foods. But y'all champion this behavior. Carlissa is right.
That shit. Now, I remember everything y'all said. I feel like y'all did her a disservice. Y'all mentally fucked her over. She's standing there on the TV talking about, I didn't do nothing. I didn't do that. With the baby in her hands, leaning over off the kickstand. Y'all did that. Y'all did that. When you did it, you probably didn't tell her, I took a hit here and there. Now, yeah, I think Jaden Callie, they might have took a hit here and there. But y'all, when y'all tell somebody that's having their first child in their 20s that y'all smoke, y'all don't tell them, you can't smoke a whole blunt, bitch.
You shouldn't smoke at all. Period. You shouldn't smoke at all or drink. It's disgusting what she did to that baby. And just on that alone, I don't believe her. I don't believe her. Shout out to Circus of Blues. And then the girl out her own mouth tells you she's a liar. Let me see. Look at this. Look. This is when Blue exposed her for not taking the baby to get treated for the hernia.
See, now I know why your other son was taking pictures of his dick. Just because it's his penis and his butthole was right there. Did that turn you on, Blueface?
Look, she, because he exposed her, look at the allegations she put on his name. The man she claims she loved.
That's the real question. Okay, post Javon dick pictures that you have in your phone, from his phone. When Javon took pictures in his phone of his dick, you sent them to your phone. Post that, Blueface. Post your other son's dick pictures that your son took. Not the one that I took and sent to you. Then he kept.
Now, this is when, look, that was Mad Day because he exposed her. Now, they back together. Look at her.
Lying on my name, so I started lying on his name.
Y'all heard it out her mouth. So what makes you think she wouldn't lie on her sister?
You, because he has a hernia and I'm being. Then he kept lying on my name, so I started lying on his name. Then he kept lying on my name, so I started lying on his name.
Okay? She tell you who she is. Believe her. She's disgusting for what she did to that baby. And still using the baby. Right? Everybody can't be lying. Look, and she out here responding to Natalie Nunn, but won't respond to Ronnie with that DNA test. Because she don't want to be exposed. Because she know that's Ronnie, baby. But this is who people make famous and support. All right? Her own friend said it.
Talking about, oh, for clout, bitch, you barely got clout. Like, nobody wants your negative clout. It's all negative. It's all literally negative. So it's like, you talking about, oh, let's not give her clout. What clout? You're just scared for me to say what I really got to say. I saw the text messages. You said, let's not give her something to talk about. You mean the truth to talk about? You don't want me to say the truth. And you keep hiding behind God and all that. Like, bro, that's not like gonna help you. Like, it's not. Like, that's what we used to do with you, and it wasn't helping us. So it's like you was just manipulating with the word. What lean? I don't do no drugs, bro. I got out that house where they do drugs. So it's like, I don't do no drugs. Like, the person was bringing us drugs, and I literally sat there and I didn't take no drugs. Like, when she would try to give me pills, like, I didn't take them. Like, yeah, I would put it in my hand, but I wouldn't put it in my mouth. Like, I'd be like, bitch, you just keep pressuring me to do drugs. Like, I don't want to do drugs. I'm grieving right now. My dad died. And she had the audacity to tell my fiance, like, she should just kill herself. Like, y'all think that is friend-like? Like, I was there for her when she wanted to die, when she wanted to do all this. I let her in my home. I saw her cry and everything. And it's like, you're going to mistreat me when I was there for you and say, you owe da-da-da-da. Like, no.
That's what she does. She uses people, and when she has no use for them, she discards them like they're nothing. Okay?
I'm used to this Hollywood shit. I'm from here. I brought you to the scene. So it's like, y'all mad? Y'all mad that I had the sauce to put on motherfuckers to blow up. Oh, okay. Let's not forget. Oh, okay. I'm just kidding. Because they already got that bitch. Yeah, see, I don't do no, the drugs and all that. Like, I come from a background of drugs. So when I see people around me doing drugs and then they try to like, oh, you're always so negative. You always say how you're going to throw up if you.
All right. So we know that's true because my boo posted pictures with lines next to her. And then when Blueface got locked up and she moved back in the house, she's sitting there rolling and we see white powder lines. She's an addict. She's an addict of lying. She's an addict of drugs. And it's in her family pathology. Look at her mother. At the end of the day, I do not believe her. She's a pathological liar. All right. And she tried to trap Blue. Because, you know, ultimately, she's so jealous. She's definitely jealous of her sister. But ultimately, she was jealous of Jay and Alexis. I remember when she was bashing her. Every time Blue went over there to be with his kids, like the audacity of him being a good father and going to spend time with his kids and leaving you. And you go online and start bashing, but you knew this, Jezebel. You knew he had kids. You knew he was with Jay and Alexis. But you thought your harlot ways was going to pull that man to you when he told you who he was. And he told you he ain't want you. He ain't never lied to you. But you, ma'am, you're a liar. So as a result of all that, and then the fact that she drank and smoked that baby because she didn't want that baby. Go over to Grape Tea News. He got all the clips. How many times she said she wanted to ill the baby. Delete. She never wanted that baby. And I remember the scene when she was begging Tifa for another bottle to Seki. She told on herself. Let me see if I can find the clip. She told on herself. She said right there. Let me see. Like, but yet she want us to believe that. Here we go. Here we go. She want us to believe that she wasn't drinking while pregnant. Mm-hmm.
Chrisean was still drinking while she was pregnant, but in her defense, she thought she would be able to get rid of it. But when she went to the doctor, then she found out it was too late, so she had to keep it.
I don't care about what this commentator is saying. Oh, she thought she was going to get a abortion. Bitch, yo, you pregnant. Stop drinking and smoking, period.
You don't want to have a kid? I don't want to have a kid either. I got my passport, my license. I'm about to get the fuck up out of here. Where the fuck you going? Where you going? To another country. You still can't have a baby in another country. No. Why do you feel like you need to leave? What? We changing the subject. Oh, word. Change it. Yeah. Let's talk about me a body part. But we're not doing it. We don't believe in it. I have 6 and you know. That's some cornball shit. You're not corny.
Chrisean was still.
Let me see if I can find another clip. She's disgusting. I'm sorry. Like, I can't stand her. What's this?
What's wrong? Like, I don't want to have a baby no more. Y'all keep saying other shit. Y'all want to be let me just get this abortion. Leave it alone. My emotions.
No, I love you. You're my sister. You're strong enough for this.
I can have a baby in a happy relationship. I can have a child. You can. When I'm cool. I'm not cool right now. I don't want to have a kid.
So right now, she's having a moment, and we can't force anything. Are we going through with it, Buddha?
What, abortion?
No, getting the DNA and find out that are we finding out the sex of the baby?
For him.
Yeah.
So he didn't know that was his kid. Okay. I don't care about whatever this is in my stomach, though. I want to get.
Listen how she's talking. She never cared. You heard her sister, Tasha, saying we going to get the DNA? Because there was uncertainty there.
Will you feel like jail when you're with him?
No, we're not happy, so there's no point in having a kid. No, I just want to go to sleep and don't wake up. Stop. What the fuck was all this crazy shit? It's not crazy. It's been did at you. See, this is why because when you gotta understand, you're my sister. So when you say stuff like this is why my response is always, what the fuck is this nigga doing? We're going to the doctors tomorrow. Mommy gonna be here. We're gonna be excited. We're gonna figure out the sex, but I think we should sleep on it. Okay, shut up. I'm about to go heat pool up. But I might just redo pregnancy a better time.
I know how you feel, baby. Trust me. I know how you feel.
You hungry, baby?
Like, bad.
Can we go in the house? I can't breathe in there, Latifah. You want me to break everything in the house?
Let me put some food together.
Let's get the fuck in the house because I should be able to feel okay taking a shot. Okay? I'm not pregnant. But no, I feel like I'm being a bad influence because you saying all this crazy shit that's throwing me the fuck off. There's some fucking music on in this motherfucker. I don't know. Loosen her up.
Sean.
This girl is mentally disturbed. You hear me? Mentally disturbed. Unstable creature, like Grape T says. All right. So it's all over Crazy in Love that she was drinking and smoking, and she will lie to our faces, thinking that. What's this?
You know how long you been feeling like this, Sean?
My nigga, I woke up today knowing I don't want a child no more. I don't want no fucking kid no more. I don't think I want to be a blue-faced girlfriend.
Get yourself together.
Where the bottle at? Oh my gosh.
Drink it.
She asked for another bottle. I'm just
Look, she asked for another bottle.
Yes, I can. I can abort the child tomorrow. It won't hurt me.
Look how she talking about Junior. I can abort the child tomorrow. It won't hurt me.
You can't have no fucking liquor.
You don't want to have a kid? I don't want to have a kid either. I got my passport, my license. I'm about to get the fuck up out of here. Where the fuck you going?
You don't want to have a kid because you was cheating. Admittedly, out your mouth.
Where you going? To another country. You still can't have a baby in this country. No.
Why do you feel like you need to leave, Sean?
What? We changing the subject.
Oh, word. Change it.
Let's talk about
No, me and Bonnie part. But we're not doing it. We don't believe in it.
Come on, we're not.
I have 6 and you
That's
know
some cornball shit. We're not corny. When I first met Blue, I got pregnant.
All right, well, listen, scratch all that. We're not doing that part, bro.
Right, we're not, but that's some cornball shit.
Listen,
You know when you
that goes against all your religious beliefs. She treats a abortion like it's a birth control method. She's so flippant about it. I had 4 with a nigga. At first, I was going. You see that? She don't care about Junior. She don't care about Junior. Junior is just a prop. Well, I might as well make the best of it since he's here.
You don't hurt babies. Listen,
I'm not hurting
emotions.
I'm not hurting babies. I will drink a shot for you.
We're not doing that, Sean.
I'm ready to be a cornball baby girl.
Why they gotta go through such extent to keep her from drinking? That shows she's an addict.
If it make you feel better, we won't even gotta drink this.
No, you're not.
We don't gotta drink this.
I am.
Fuck this, Tasha. Let's just pour it back. Let's just not drink it until she can get, on one accord. Let's not drink it. Fuck that shit. I really could care less about it. You know I could give about it, but I'm definitely not let you. All right, say some shit like that, and you gonna be mad at yourself. We're going to the doctors tomorrow. Yeah, to find out what we have, and then the fuck is you keep talking about? No, to see if this is baby. Because we want to know so bad.
Because you were cheating, and God forbid if someone holds Chrisean accountable. Heads will fly.
Yes, and I know it's his kids. I don't care. I'm still killing it. That's the
See?
fun part about it.
I know it's his kid. I don't care. I'm still deleting it.
Can we go? Where we going? Listen to yourself. What? I don't know what to do. I don't want to do it no more. I give the fuck up. You don't have to deal with him. You still can raise your baby. You gotta leave your emotions out of it. Sometimes you gotta. You got no emotions no more. All right, so you cannot do that to the baby though, Muda. Listen, mommy don't even. How many babies did she? You don't. How long you been feeling like?
There you have it. She is soulless. Yes, junkie. She is soulless. I don't want to have anybody baby. When she said that, I said, dear. When she said, I don't want to have anybody's baby, you know it's a possibility it's somebody else's. But see, what she wanted Blue to do was just go along to get along, and Blue wasn't beat. And that's why he kidnapped the baby in the middle of the night so he could get his own DNA test, because he knew the Zeus DNA was fake. He posted it to his Twitter like, damn, I was warming up to the idea, but that ain't even my baby. She know that's not his baby, but she going to continue to manipulate and lie to the world until she can't lie no more. But here's my thing. She always want to play with God and use religion as a weapon and throw in our face and try to make it seem like she's this changed, angelic girl. That girl, look, God don't like when you play with him. And all them lies are going to catch up to her. Because number one, you're denying Junior of medical attention that he needs, which could possibly make his future better. Because early intervention, if he got the proper therapy, he probably can become somewhat functionable. But because she's delaying his care, the longer they go without getting that baby treatment, they're lessening his chances of having somewhat of a healthy future, right? You also denying him of who his real father is. That's fucked up. And I hope Ronnie stand on business and get that paternity test. And if it's his child, get custody of your son. Because it's a possibility he could be exposed to drug use. He could be exposed to SA. Everything. They've been using that baby, flipping him around like he's just a prop. That's all I got to say on that. So I stand on business when I say I do not believe her throwing out those allegations. I believe she is a very jealous person, because we've seen her jealousy in the way her energy towards Jade and Alexis and things like that. I do not believe this whole, she changed act. I believe she's a false prophet. I believe she also does not comprehend not one word in the Bible. That's just my opinion, and I stick to it. And the circus is just going to keep circusing. All right, up next, last story. Let's get into Jim Jones and Chrissy's breakup. All right, so weeks ago, Chrissy Lampkin posted a cryptic message, and people thought they broke up. All right, shout out to Hot 97 for the next article. All right, for those of you who don't know, Jim Jones and Chrissy, Jim Jones has been around, but Chrissy was first introduced to me personally when they launched the Love and Hip Hop New York series. All right, they were the original They laid down the foundation for that show, if you ask me. Also, Chrissy used to go with what's his name? I'll think of it. But he's locked up right now, and I think he's going to become a home soon. I forget. I'll figure it out. All right. All right, shout out to Hot 97. So Jim Jones and Chrissy Lampkin have allegedly split. All right. Now they've been together for like 20 plus years. And the first season of Love and Hip Hop New York, Chrissy got on one knee and proposed to Jimmy. And it was never really clear like if he said yes or not. And it was a whole big thing. And I think she felt like embarrassed. But I ain't never getting on my knees like for no man or whatever. As far as like proposing and stuff like that. To me, like certain things you gotta let the man do. Like, cause if you force them into a situation they don't want to be in and they feel that pressure, that can make them run off. All right. So then Jimmy turns around, I think the next season, and proposes to Chrissy. But nothing ever evolved out of that, you know. And Chrissy was very vocal on the show, and even on their when they had their own reality show, she was very vocal about the struggles that they had as a couple. And number one is his Mama Jones, right? She interfered too much. Mama Jones was like his other girlfriend or whatever. And they have a very weird relationship, Jimmy and Mama Jones. And I think Chrissy didn't want to compete with that, right? And Mama Jones relies on Jimmy a lot when it comes to financials or whatever. Hence the reason why I think Jim Jones brought her on the show so he could get out his pockets. All right. Also, you know, Jim Jones has been loud and proud about his mama teaching him how to tongue kiss. So their relationship is somewhat incestuous and weird, right? And then let me see. Love and Hip Hop created the series Love and Hip Hop Family Reunion, and Jim and Chrissy came on the show. And Jim wanted to move forward, get married, and now Chrissy was like, "What's the point at this point?" Like, she didn't accept. So Jim Jones and his longtime girlfriend Chrissy Lampkin have allegedly called it quits. A cryptic post she made on her Instagram story on Friday, September 20th. Chrissy Lampkin wrote, "You and I both know will never find someone like me. Good luck trying though. I'll have you replaced by tomorrow." All right. It's unclear what prompted the post, but the pair's relationship has a long and documented rocky history. The couple met nearly 20 years ago after a 2004 encounter in a lounge in Harlem. So in 2011, Lampkin and Jim joined the cast of Love and Hip Hop New York. While the couple appeared to care for each other deeply, it was obvious that Jim Jones often had reservations about marrying Chrissy. That said, later in the series, she proposed to the We Fly High ballin' rapper. While he did say yes upon her getting down on one knee, the couple have yet to tie the knot. So by 2021, despite being together 18 years, Lampkin seemed over the idea of marriage on the VH1 third season of Family Reunion, Love and Hip Hop Edition. After he proposed the idea of them finally getting married, she surprisingly said no. She added, "You want me to be this loving, sexual, crazy cook, this, that, and the other, but you come home and you're mean and you're cold and you're distant." So the couple had a fiery back and forth where Jones acknowledged his wrongdoings and fear of commitment. "I've always been a man of my family. So all I know how to do is try to support and try to make money. I don't want you thinking I'm selfish in any way, because I love you more than I could love anything in this world, right? So then on Halloween, and I was digging Naughty Crew. I was digging because after she posted that cryptic message, I saw it. I don't know if it was Mama Jones. I saw Chrissy still there, and I was like, this got to be fake, right? So then on Halloween, here she goes. She was a tiger, right? Beautiful. And one thing I can say about Chrissy, she's a beautiful, beautiful woman, okay? And she posted, she's a tiger. She belongs to me. Hashtag Tony Montana. Hashtag the world is mine. And then Jim Jones commented and said, I'm Tony. And then he said, girl. Okay? All right. So maybe they still friends. I don't want to make any speculations, right? Maybe they still friends. Now, all of a sudden, social media's rumor mill is spinning. And I see, because even Buck, this is what made me do this story. Buck was like, what's up with them saying that Jim Jones got married? And I'm just like, why now? Why get married now, Jimmy? So social media went crazy. Okay? Let me see. Please thumbs up this video. Share this video out. People, so with social media, people just love to spin narratives and things like that. And I have to say, until Jimmy and Brooke come, because I feel like this. Well, Brooke has been married before, but I still feel like she would have made it a big production if she was getting married. Judging by the way Brooke is on Basketball Wives, she's gonna want the world to know she is getting married. But social media loves to make something out of nothing. Let me just do it this way. All right, Jim Jones, Brooke Belly get married. Here we go. Shout out to the Jasmine brand. They captured it. All right, so ex-users debate over rumors Jim Jones secretly married Basketball Wives LA star Brooke Belly 2 months after alleged split from Chrissy. Here's the post. All right, so here's where social media went crazy. There must be another Jim Jones, because ain't no way it's the Jim Jones I'm thinking of. This person says, there's no absolute way Jim married Brooke. Somebody gonna have to show me wedding photos and the license, because ain't no way. And I went digging. I went digging for because Naughty Crew. I'm like, where's the receipt? Right? I'm having a hard time believing it. I was just like,
Do I need to bring the receipts? Do I need to bring the receipts?
I say bring the receipts. I don't believe it. I don't think Jim will hide something like this, especially being his first marriage, right? So this person said Brooke Bailey and Jim Jones. What do you mean? Jim Jones is married and not to Chrissy? Right. This person says, now why the fuck would y'all get up here and lie on Chrissy and Jim Jones like this? They are very much still together. That's what I think too. And they posted the Halloween picture. I'm sorry. I know it's election day, but I know I ain't just here read Jim Jones married and it's not to Chrissy. See, people ain't having it. Y'all are so stupid, OMG. That man in the picture was not Jim Jones. And that's what I said. I said, that don't even look like Jimmy. So, you know, I went on a hunt for the picture, okay? Went on a hunt for the picture. I'm like, And even last season of Basketball Wives, Brooke was saying that she was dating a guy named Kevin. Remember, he wouldn't show up. And her main complaint was that he didn't make enough time for them. So this is the picture that's floating around on the internet, Naughty Crew. Y'all let me know. But I don't feel like that's Jim Jones in the picture. I really don't. I don't think that's Jim Jones. Y'all let me know. I even looked at clips of Basketball Wives and things like that. I don't think that's Jim Jones. I think that's a person that looks like him because of the beard and stuff. And this is it. This is it. That's not Jim Jones. So I debunked this rumor here. I have an even clearer picture. This is not Jim Jones, people. Okay? This is not Jim Jones. Let me see if I can make it bigger. This is not Jim Jones. So I'm debunking those rumors here. You have it on the screen. That is not Jimmy. And I think if he gonna marry anyone, it's gonna be Chrissy. All right. So Jim Jones did not get married. And I think if Jim Jones got married and this being his first wedding, I think it will be publicized. All right. I think it will be a big deal. Ezekiel Elliott. And judging by Brooke's character, it would have been a big production. She would have been talking about it on Basketball Wives and everything. So I don't think Jim Jones got married. I don't even think him and Chrissy broke up. I really don't. They've been together so long. I just think they're comfortable with one another. And she's done interviews. Like, she just doesn't even feel the need to get married. Let me see if I can find it. Or have any children. Okay.
The past 4 years, and it's been a breath of fresh air for our relationship because he has to come and see me. He has to pursue me. It's not like I'm home just waiting for him to come home or when it's convenient at the end of his day. And I think
right. And one of the things Chrissy stressed on Love and Hip Hop is how lonely she was. Jimmy was always in the studio, always out trying to make money, but not really making her a priority. Okay. And then y'all know what comes with that. Infidelity and things like that. And that creates a lot of doubt. And this is the reason why I don't think they will tie the knot ever.
I think that's what I had done wrong for so long. I made him too comfortable. And when you keep on his toes, they'll pursue you. Long distance relationships work if you trust one another. Now, there are risks involved, but if your happiness is more important than the risk, then I say you do what you got to do for your happiness. We are not married. I'm not planning a wedding. He's just my guy. That's just how it is. And yes, I still have a ring. That's just, I mean, he's like a part of me now. He's like my family, whether we're married or not. He's my go-to. He gets on my nerves, just like any other relationship. I used to think that a wedding was important, but I think a bond is more important. A friendship is what makes that relationship last. Because you're not always in love. You know what I mean? You're not always in love. You may always love that person, but there are times when you're not always on the same page. And that friendship is what keeps you together. There was a time when Jimmy was on my back about children. And then he kind of just understood who I was and said, you know, she's got enough love for my son, so, you know, we share him. I love children, and I take care of everybody else's, but it's just not necessary for me. I'm a person that feels like a child doesn't complete me, especially with my lifestyle, and, you know, I'm an only child, and my parents are gone, grandparents are gone, Jimmy's always on the road. I just feel like a child would cause me to put more pressure on the way he moves. And I don't think our relationship could stand that. And I'm not trying to be a single parent. Even though he's a good father to his son, there's just some things that I would want different. And I know that I wouldn't get that from him. At least I think I wouldn't. And at this point, that ship has sailed, girl. These eggs is fried.
Okay, so that's out of Chrissy's mouth what it is. All right. Jimmy is that dude that will never grow up. He'll always take care of his family and his mama and things like that. But Chrissy knows what she dealing with. She got to deal with Zeke the freak constantly in her house. Mama Jones infiltrating whenever she wants because he won't put her in his place. Look, this is them talking about on Love and Hip Hop Family Reunion, their relationship.
We are nowhere near ready for marriage. Gotta change some things up.
What are you saying right now?
I'm saying that I want you to act like you know what it takes to keep a relationship going. It's not all it can be. We both deserve more.
Yeah, but you say that, but I never seen a time that you have told me you didn't want it. So what you mean?
We both become creatures of habit. I want more than that. I gotta have more than that.
So you want more than me is what you trying to say?
No, I want more than just being here for you. I'm telling you, I need space before it ruins us forever. Give me my space. I gotta be here for me. And to do that, I need to come up for air.
What exactly does that mean, come up for air? Because I don't got no shackles on you.
Okay, so then you don't have anything to say if I tell you.
She wants him to be emotionally available for her.
Don't want to stay here while you go home?
So you don't want to get married.
So they've been back and forth for years. At this point, you know, they don't have any children together. I think they just are really good business partners. I saw in the chat someone wanted to know how old Chrissy is. She is not older than Jimmy. He is older than her, believe it or not. Chrissy Lampkin is 48 and Jim Jones is 53. All right. So at this point, I just think they're really comfortable with each other. Let me see if I can find Mama Jones, because that's where I think I saw the This is a page. No. Let me see if I could Google Mama Jones' page. Yeah, Mama Jones, she got a restaurant in Newark. Here it is. Let's look together. Because although Mama Jones and her can't stand each other, Chrissy is always around. What's this? Trick or treat, happy Halloween. That's Halloween. Let me see. What's this? In one of her videos, I seen Chrissy. Was it this one? String beans, chicken and salmon. I'm sorry, I'm just scouring. Mama Jones is a hot mess. Child. Can't make this stuff up. Uh-oh. She got strippers and everything, child. And she's always having functions, but Chrissy be there in the background. She be there. Yeah, having a blast. Mama Jones is a hot mess. And I think, like, behind the scenes, they really all love each other. I mean, Chrissy's been around for so long. So, like I said, I don't think Chrissy going anywhere. I just think they together out of comfort after out this part. Let me follow Mama Jones. Oh, I'm already following. Oh, I spelled mama wrong. That's where I went wrong. Oh, hey, Mickey made it. So we got into some election highlights. Donald Trump is the president, and we all gotta live with it, okay? And I just say, is this better to prepare more than anything? And we just gotta accept it and move on. All right. And then Roland Martin, he posted, we got into Jim Jones possibly being married to Brooke Bailey from Basketball Wives. We debunked that. It's a Jim Jones lookalike, if you ask me. And then we got into Chrisean Rock and her lies and why we don't believe her allegations. But you know, the election has happened. And we got to accept it. So I'll close the show with this, with Roland Martin and Joy Reid, who has been very vocal in this election. Roland Martins posted to Twitter, said, America chose fascism tonight. This is what they want. Well, you got it. And when it comes to your doorstep, all of us who stood up for Kamala Harris will say, hashtag, we tried to tell you. All right. And here is Joy Reid. Shout out to the Jasmine Brown.
Numbers and essentially exceed the numbers that Joe Biden had in the suburbs. And I think we have to be blunt about why. Black voters came through for Kamala Harris. White women voters did not. That is what it appears happened in that state, is that if you can't flip enough white women, and we've talked about this on this set numerous times, is that you have a state where you've got a 6-week abortion or a 12-week abortion. I think theirs might be 12 weeks.
Yep.
But it's a state where women lost their reproductive rights, where there was a very heavy push to get women to focus on not putting in place, re-electing, putting back into the White House the person who was responsible for taking those rights away and restoring them. But that message obviously was not enough to get enough white women to vote for Vice President Harris, a fellow woman. This will be the second opportunity that white women in this country have to change the way that they interact with the patriarchy. And, God bless Shannon Watts, who has tried to have that conversation. But if people aren't receptive to it, and if people vote more party line or more on race than on gender and on protecting their gender, there's really not much more that you can do but tell people what the risks are and leave it to them to do the right thing. Steph? People didn't have any surprise if they didn't make them.
All right. So that's what I think, like, Trump went really developed from. And also, you got a lot of people, because of their religion, they align their decision with the party that aligns with their religion. And I'm talking about Catholics and Christians and things like that. So those are all factors in how Trump won. At the end of the day, we know who he is, right? When someone show you who they are, believe them. And the only thing I can say to my naughty crew is prepare, hope for the best, and prepare for the worst. That's the best thing I could tell you guys. But most of all, love your neighbor, despite whatever party they are in favor of. We're all human beings at the end of the day. And let's just stop the spread of hate for one another because of all these racist stereotypes that are projected onto us, and just look at everybody and each other as like your fellow neighbor, love thy neighbor and things like that. So, if I could put a positive message out there, that's what I want to deliver on my platform. Okay. We all did what we can. We have plenty of panels over here with people debating over politics. I've seen people fall out of friendship because of this election. I've heard of people getting divorced behind this election. Like, is it that deep though? At the end of the day, is it that deep? No. Only thing I could do is exercise my right to vote, which I did. But I did early voting, right? Make sure I vote in each election, not just the presidential, the local election matters too, right? And just hope for peace for Americans. But we all may need to make a plan to have residency elsewhere outside of the country, because we're just not going to know what's going to happen. So please go over to Walk with the Ancestors and check out her world readings. She predicted a long time ago that Trump was going to be in office, and I believed her. And so a lot of my friends last night was like, don't say that. I'm telling you, like, we're fighting for Kamala, but Trump is going to win. I just know he's going to win. And people are like, don't say that. It's true. He has a cult-like following. And plus, Kamala only had 100 days to run her campaign. So he already had a leg up on her with the campaign. Biden could have stepped down a lot sooner so she could have a fighting chance. I mean, that was a whole setup in itself. It's like they set her up to be defeated. All right. But he is projected to be the next president. That is not the final word. They are still counting ballots and things like that. So, anything can change. Anything can change. A miracle can happen. So I appreciate every last one of you joining me today. I hope you all have a beautiful, blessed day. It's supposed to be a beautiful day out here on the East Coast. We are expecting 80-degree weather. So I'm going to go outside and enjoy it. So please make sure you like, comment, and if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. We're on our path to 5K subscribers. And also, please follow me on all of my free apps. All right, we're located everywhere on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Threads, you name it. We're on it. All that information is scrolling below. So I hope you all have a beautiful, beautiful, blessed day. Until next time, Naughty Crew, I'm out. One.